Hello! How you doing, chat? Thanks, Retro. Oh man, this is insane. So, hi. So I want to read you one thing, and then I'll ramble for a second here. So my name is Dave. We are 50% anyway. I'm 50%. If you're a brand new face here, of basically these little marathons that we put on. They have grown considerably, man. They have very much grown. Like Burst Arrow was actually part of our first one. There was 4 people that took part back then. And it honestly feels at this point like the entire NES community is here. So this floors me. Like, this is crazy. So thank you. And I would like to read, we get like random feedback and stuff like that. And one of the cooler things that somebody said this time, they wrote to me, "I love how you're a cozy hub, like a big watering hole. All the animals come to you before they slink back into their own packs and smaller Twitch groups." Specifically talking about these events, which honestly unify, I think, you know, like the NES speedrunning community. And I honestly think that's super true. Like, this is a really cool thing that Kat and I have going on. And it's really cool to see everybody come by and check everybody out. Lots of great people here. Make sure that you follow every single person. And yeah, without them, for sure, it's not like we can do this, right? So the only other thing that I would want to say is this is a little bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. The very first time that we ran Bucky, we didn't know how to hard mode yet. So we are gonna do hard mode for sure, Rayo. But it blows my mind because there was somebody else that was actually in Retro Runners chat. And as Retro Runners said before, we're trying this partner thing. We could have literally applied for partner way back on January 22nd. And there was somebody named Mora in Retro Runners chat as I was setting up Retro Runner that said, maybe this is the last time when I type in chat like that I won't be a partner. So thank you also for supporting this whole partner push. We just wanted to hold another event. We were tired of Twitch saying no, honestly, but maybe it's the time. So thank you guys for hanging around for that. It's been a very interesting thing. A lot of friendly, good faces, and a lot of good people. But yeah, we're going to be running hard mode Bucky for you guys. If you've never seen hard mode Bucky, actually there is a reason that I went here, but I can't get out of the password screen, ironically. I'll show you really quickly for all the new faces that are in here. And yeah, thank you, Ollie. What's up, Zofar? So to explain hard mode Bucky and what's gonna go on here is usually in normal Bucky you have a health bar, and this is the only stage, of course, that I picked. There is no enemy, and you can't get past this wall. Anyway, if there is an enemy, they could hit you, and it would take off your health. So I didn't, whatever, man. Anyway, there is a health bar. Thank you. I don't know. We mismenued. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, there is a health bar. It does make sense in this game. Yes, thank you. It was a great demonstration. So what hard mode ends up doing is it creates basically a one-hit KO situation, and everything becomes a one-hit kill. So we will very awkwardly, I have a different setup here doing this event stuff. So we'll get it going. But yeah, no, thank you everybody for hanging out during this event. So the anti-piracy mode, this one-hit kill thing, was actually an anti-piracy feature a long time ago. And it literally creates, as I said, like a one-hit kill. You're probably not supposed to beat the game this way. It creates a huge amount of difficulty. Would you guys believe I'm a little bit tired? You know, we've been restreaming all day. So okay, anyway, it creates basically like this one-hit kill situation, as I was saying. It makes it very, very, very difficult to go through a majority of this game. I honestly don't think that you were supposed to beat a majority of this game with anti-piracy mode kind of enabled. And what's really cool about it is the developers, I think, developed like some screens around the fact that maybe back then they thought that some people would steal, I guess, like their carts on floppy disks. And yeah, that was the thing. So some of the screens are like massively designed around probably piracy and deterring pirates. And then the rest of the game is still very, very difficult. Primarily, obviously, like a blue screen, or a blue planet screen coming up. So the first kind of like anti-piracy screen that I think that they specifically coded in to give people a hard time is actually this one coming up here. So the following screen is pretty annoying to get through without dying, specifically on hard mode. And you have to really move through these like ship lasers in a very, very, very precise way. Otherwise you're likely going to get killed. And we're good. So there is actually a faster way to do this kill. We're going to bitch out slightly. We're gonna take the 2.5 cycle after almost basically, I don't know how many hours of streaming in the last couple of days. I don't really feel like mashing, but I guess it doesn't really matter because we have to go to Blue Planet afterwards and mash anyway. So it's all for nothing. We have to mash 160 times in the Blue Planet boss. The whole reason that we do Green Planet first is to go to Blue Planet. And now we can destroy these ice blocks that are in our way. And ice blocks literally require Blinky. You can actually soft lock yourself to the point, like if you as a kid decide to go to Blue Planet first, like you just saw, you either have to game over or reset. And coming up in Blue Planet is easily one of the hardest screens, probably in the entire speedrun. It is the hardest screen, I would say, in the entire speedrun. Yeah, we don't like mashing when we're tired. That's the thing. Although to be fair, like I'm not too tired. I slept really well yesterday, but this is a lot of work, and I'm glad everybody enjoys it, obviously from the event perspective, but definitely a lot of work goes into it. So, coming up after this screen, we have the Blue Planet Glacier. This, in my opinion, is 100% the absolute hardest screen in the entire game. It's borderline random. It is an auto-scroller. It is about 50 seconds. So unless you kill these toads in an extremely specific way as they spawn in, basically if you allow them to move around, you're gonna get really weird patterns. So that guy moving up here is a disaster. Now, we're gonna have to really react well. Okay, I think we're okay. Luckily, the one that spawned in afterwards kind of reset himself, so you should be alright. But I'm gonna be quiet for just one more second here. Don't do it! Okay, there we go. So yeah, usually, like no joke, on hard mode, if you play this game casually, that can take like upwards to like 4 hours to do. Like I've literally seen people blind race this before, and that screen literally took like 5 to 6 hours. It's absolutely horrible. Easily the hardest thing I think when it comes to hard mode Bucky. So we will try to one-up Retro Runner. There's a 1 frame trick at the end of this. Here, right here. You ready? Okay, this is bad. Okay, wait. Oh, we got it! Alright, there we go. He did his 2-frame trick, we did the 1-frame trick. So we have the alligator here, and you have to mash 160 times on him, which honestly is a lot. Like, normally the best of days, I don't mind mashing, but again, if you've been restreaming an entire event that involves like 50 people, like, I don't want to mash right now. Yeah, so what happened with that 1-frame trick is if on the same frame you switch your character and destroy that little ice block, it actually gets rid of the thing that spawns. So, we're entering the Red Planet. In my opinion, this is absolutely one of the best tracks on the NES. If you would like to say Rat Jam, I'm very okay with the Rat Jams in chat. 100%, I honestly think this is probably my favorite track on the NES, maybe next to Batman, level 4 anyway. So we'll try not to die. There is a really awful jump coming up here, and we got it, and here, and we got it! One of those is a double 3-frame window, the other one's just a little bit awkward. You have a lot of frames to jump off the boulder, but it's kind of a really stupid jump. It's really easy to die there. So we actually haven't died to like enemy bullets and stuff like that yet. We just died in that one pit. And if we're able to, I have to wait here. That was a weird cycle. Same here. If we're able to, everything is awkward. We missed every cycle here. Okay, anyway. After this vertical climb in the next screen, you'll get to see one of the glitches in this category because this is any %, so hard mode any %. And if you've never seen this before, basically what happens in this game is there's death warps. And if you manage to die on the same frame, or sorry, not the same frame, but if you manage to die in such a way that your body gets pushed into... Okay, 1 second. Pushed into the screen as you're dying. Okay, we're just gonna wait. You know what? That's what we get for gloating. We gloated, we flexed on Retro Rudder, now we gotta wait like a sucker. Okay, anyway. So yeah, you'll see here, coming up, if we die and our body gets pushed into the screen transition, we actually skip ahead several screens, and we death warp and we get rid of an auto-scroller. So we got it, so we're just going to automatically get skipped to the boss. So that particular skip, that saves probably close to a minute. There's like this weird green ball that you have to like basically like ride on until the end. So that's one of the 2 death warps in this game. The other one's coming up in Yellow Planet. So we enter Yellow Planet. I don't know why I didn't skip the text there. We don't actually have to talk to the duck. And you want to brush up against that crater. That was actually intentional for just a few frames, because that actually manipulates these worms coming out. So that way, if you brush up against the crater, you're only going to see 2 of these worm things. And it's a very, very weird, intentional, very slight manipulation to do that. It's a pretty tight frame window. This is one of the cooler screens in the entire game. You just basically use like almost all the characters to get through this screen. And coming up here, we use Bucky also to get through this screen. So again, I think this is why hard mode is such a great category, because you can die when you need to die really quickly. And coming up here is a really good example of that. We just die and then we automatically warp again, death warp, to the Yellow Planet boss. So that death warp probably saved us close to, again, almost 4 minutes actually in this stage alone. And we are absolutely, we're gonna go like that. We botched this quick kill pretty badly, but that was an okay recovery. It's actually really difficult to control the ball with Jenny. Like, it's really, 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 really slippery for controls. So we rescued all of these dudes, and they immediately get captured again. So we did everything for nothing. And they get sent to prison or something like that. I'm actually not sure what happens in this story, believe it or not. Even though this is one of my favorite NES games. But they all get captured again. I guess they have like some kind of like hypnotized ray or something like that. And we have to go rescue them again. So it was pointless. They were saved for a very short period of time. So we arrive in jail. We have Blinky and we also have Bucky. I will try for a 1-frame jump again at the end of... Well, not at the end of. It'll be right here after this jump. There is an exclusive glitch with Blinky in this screen where he can walk under some blocks. Oh, we got it! We got double 1-frame things in the run. Let's go. So that is only for Blinky, only on that screen, and again, a true 1-frame window. For whatever reason, if he sinks into the floor like that, you can actually just like walk under the blocks. So it saves just a couple of seconds, otherwise you have to destroy the blocks. And we also have Jenny coming up, which honestly is another mash fight. Oh, there we go. Jenny honestly is an ass. Like, I don't like this fight at all. Especially when you need to mash. Like, she has an absurd amount of health. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. She just immediately killed me there. But I was gonna say, like, to put that into perspective, I think the end health or whatever for Jenny has... Sorry, the end boss has something like 245. The alligator has 160, and Jenny has either 130 or 140. So she is a legitimate tank. She can survive quite a few of these bullets here, and you have to mash quite a few times to get rid of her. The good thing about this fight and the bad thing about this fight is, again, there's more mashing, which honestly I'm a little bit tired right now. I don't want to mash. But the good thing about this fight is once you kill Jenny or you unhypnotize her or whatever the case is, she just goes back to being normal. And on top of that too, you have Jenny back, who is like literally the MVP of the speedrun. Once you have Jenny, you can do all kinds of quick kills and stuff, and there's no more mashing for the rest of the game. So that's one of the good upsides to, obviously, just her being the second boss fight in this order. Otherwise you'd have to mash through it. Whoa, shit. Mash through, I think, like 4 different boss fights, so... So, other than that, we have Willy coming up here. And Willy is probably the easiest boss fight here. Maybe the Duck, Deadeye, also really easy. You just have to really like aim the ball in a line there. He basically walks like all the way over here and then he finally jumps up and he tries to shoot you. But you have a really a lot amount of time to kill Willy. Two scary jumps in this room, that was one of them. That was the second one. And now we have... ooh, okay. Can you... What? What? Dude, what is this? I've never seen it like float... What? What is that? I've never seen that before. Is it like glitched? Okay then. I've never seen that ever. Well anyway, we have a very long, weird auto-scroller. So hit me up, chat. Talk about whatever you want. If you stand on this pixel, you can slowly ascend on this elevator, but this is like a 2-minute auto-scroller that you can't get rid of. It's, my opinion, the only bad thing about this run. Everything else about this run is amazing. You can skip all the auto-scrollers, but you cannot skip this one. You're just forced into it, so... Screw you, streamer. I do not like chess. Not really, no. I haven't played it in a long time, though. It's always been neutral, I guess. It's not bad, but it's not great. Oh, cheese! I do like cheese. I do not like shrimp. Chess. Yeah, I read chess. Okay. Cheese is a lot better than chess. Yeah, we use my stream to shit talk chess. That's what we do on this stream. Shrimp or chess? Dang. That's actually a gross question. You're making me think of both. I would probably play chess. Chess isn't that bad. I actively try to avoid shrimp. They're not the best thing in the world when it comes to food. I'm not a big shrimp fan. I'm sorry. So we have Deadeye here, another easy boss kill. Just have to make sure that you don't go wild with the ball. And that's it. So we switch to the boy. Every individual character in this game has like their own individual power. I can't show you because the duck is trying to talk to me. But their power bar is individual. So if you die in game over in this game, it actually retains your power. But it does not retain your health. So you lose all your health, and your power bar gets remembered. Right now we need 2 coins for the boy. We basically need to fill him to full power before the next couple of boss fights. Mainly the next boss fight, not this boss fight, but the one that's coming up from here. And lucky enough for us in this screen, if you duck there, you can manipulate that enemy, but there's coin number 1, which of course we're gonna die in the wires, because why would we not die in the wires? And now we're gonna get really weird patterns from these guys. This is gonna be awful. And I just got stuck there again. Okay, we got lucky. He decided not to end me. So there is coin number 2. So Willy is now full powered. Insert euphemism here. This is awkward. Did not mean to jump up there, but we're gonna slowly descend here, and we're gonna enter a bunch of bugs. So I believe all of these like little jumps here are close to a 2-frame window. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct, but they're actually fairly tight to do, specifically on hard mode. You have a little bit more leeway, obviously being able to take a hit on normal. And we're gonna let that green bug on the right side kind of crawl down, and then we should be able to exit here. So coming up here is one of the cooler rooms in the game. It has one of the best enemies in the game, I think, in my opinion. And the brain slugs just murdered me. I like how, you know what? It's my marathon, right? We'll show you. Look at this sprite. This is one of the best sprites in all of NES gaming. Look how fat this guy gets. I absolutely love this thing. But he gets fatter, look. Oh, hell yeah! Look at him go! Okay, so I think he's the best sprite in probably all of NES gaming. He is a really good sprite. I do appreciate that brain slug a lot. Coming up in this room, there is a 1 cycle, and we did not get it. Getting through this room with Willy on a 1 cycle is actually pretty difficult. Okay. Apparently it wasn't meant to be. We're just gonna have to wait. If you suck at shooting these things, you have to wait for that last crush room in particular. You miss a cycle. Otherwise you can get there in 1 cycle. There's a couple of rooms that just turn out the lights on you because that was a popular mechanic in NES games, I guess, in 1990X. And then after this room, there's another 1 cycle where you can use the robot to basically like slide under all of these things, which... Oh, we missed one. So we get to ride this block of shame because we missed one of those. And we have, again, a Jenny fight. You want to aim basically in the middle of this thing, and just as it destroys, move up and then charge again so it gets rid of those rockets, and then move up again. Keep them down a little bit low, and then destroy more rockets, and then obviously kill the boss that way. So, this is Pyro Jenny. I think her ball does something ridiculous. It's like 3 damage per frame. Like, no matter how fast you mash, you absolutely cannot out DPS her. She does a huge amount of damage. Like, it's absolutely insane. So, shoutouts to Omquat, who has a 75 stream streak in my channel right now. Absolutely insane. He thought of a strat in this screen, and he shared that earlier today. But if you jump on that wall right here, and then go out there, you can bypass the need for a 2-frame jump. And I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Apparently we decided to switch for no reason. Yeah, Omquat thought of that strat. Really, really good speedrunner. If one of my mods knows how to spell Omquat, O-M-Q-W-A-T. Could you please shout him out, please? Even though he didn't submit anything. He's a really good guy, and extremely good speedrunner. He also has a Bucky time too. So coming up here, we have the longest screen in the game. We don't want to die. And there is a 1 pixel jump here. I wish we got destroyed. We can't get all the tricks, I guess. We'll try one more time. We just got stomped on. No, we missed it. So we have to wait for this guy to fall down if you miss the 1 frame there. Or the 1 pixel, whatever it is. You can like land backwards and jump around. Yeah, Omquat 100% is like a top tier Turtles 3 runner as well. He runs a lot of games, honestly, at a very high skill level. But definitely go check him out. He's super good. Thank you, whoever shouted him out. So we have this room coming up. Not really much to talk about here, actually. Magma, like, as a whole, is one of the worst splits, I think, if you're going fast. It is actually a horrible section to do on pace. So we have... These rotating rooms are a pain casually. Once you understand how to do them in the speedrun, it's not as bad. But these lasers with the kid, I believe, are 3 2-frame windows in a row as well. They're extremely precise, and I think they were also rooms that the developers literally put in to deter piracy. Because if you can't shoot immediately and very quickly with the boy, you're probably gonna get killed. I'm gonna get sniped up here in the top right corner. He's gonna fall on my head. I told you, I knew it was coming, and I still went for it anyway. But yeah, if that dude backspawns on you like that, he'll 100% fall on you in the top right corner. So I really want him to fall in front of me like that and then chase me a little, because that way he's not actually going to fall on my head and respawn like that. So you can beat him if you're fast enough, but you have to make that perfect, like you have to make that jump really perfect and like not, and not get stuck making that jump. So coming up here, this is the only reason why we powered up Willy from earlier, to destroy that 1 turret. That's why he needed 2 coins, just to push his power over there. And we're going to use Jenny to get rid of these 2 sections, and then we're going to go here, and hopefully get a good pattern. We did get a good pattern. That means we can one-shot this mother brain kind of enemy, whatever boss it is. We don't always get the good RNG there. It can shoot like towards the bottom left and you have to move. So we're entering the final level, which is called Escape. It's probably called Escape because you need to escape. So that's pretty straightforward there. All the other levels are pretty literal. You know, Green Planet is named Green Planet. Blue Planet, you wanna know what it's called? It's also called Blue Planet. So Escape is a little bit difficult on hard mode. Again, all of this is 1-hit kill. So this section is not too bad. There's not a single thing in hard mode that can hit you twice and you live. But what ends up being kind of a rough section coming up is these little ships that are about to spawn. They track your shots, they track your position, so you have to be in very specific ways to like bait these ships to shoot, because as soon as they appear on screen, they shoot like that. So this one in particular is really annoying, and then same with these ones coming up here too. So we actually did that section decent. But they're a really, really easy source of death, and until you pass like that last plume of smoke, it's actually pretty insane. This is actually one of the longest checkpoints in the entire game. So you can die almost like 1 minute and 30 seconds into the screen, and that's it. Like, you just have to restart. There's no checkpoint or anything like that. So outside of, I think, 1 screen in Magma, this is the second most costly death in the entire screen is the beginning of this stage for checkpoints. So we have more of these ships that kind of spawn bullets, so we're just going to hang out in very specific ways. The ones that fly from the back are actually a little bit easier to deal with because they don't spawn bullets as they appear on screen. And you can get rid of them before they generally spam anything. This dude, in my opinion, most scary boss in hard mode. You have a 7-frame window to do double damage on him. I did get it. Okay. So you can kill these in almost like 1.5 cycles. I can't hear if I got that one. But the thing that makes this boss really terrifying is as soon as those kind of like barriers break, he floats around kind of like wildly. So he's got a 50-50 chance of like flying high against the top of the screen or going low, and you don't know until it happens. But then all of these shots are pseudo-random as well, so he can have 3 shots on the screen at the exact same time. And if you're not careful, you can just literally get like corner sniped, just shot like that, literally. So it's all reaction and how you kill that guy. Easily, I think the scariest part on pace, because you're forced to kill him fast and you have to get like really close to him. I took a little bit safe there, because I was kind of like hanging out in the corners and stuff. But that's not all. Because after you do that boss, after you do all this other stuff, we have a 2-pixel kill coming up on the hard. Well, on this thing, the tanker, whatever it's called. Yes, it is. Willie is better in every single fight in Escape, because he has a double damage in general, and he has a glitch that makes him even do more damage. Which actually what happens here. So there is a glitch with Willie's hitbox, or hurtbox I guess, and if you line it up right here, it's not gonna be good. Okay, we saved it. No, we didn't save it. Now I saved it. I don't know if that's good enough, but we did save it after. Okay, so that's a 2-pixel window to hit. It took me a couple cycles to move into the pixels, but I did get it. And while you're in that position, Willie basically does double damage to the ship. So we're going to use this heart as a marker. We're going to go right over top of the heart. That makes it so this helmet coming in, we're right with the hitbox, so we know that we're not going to get hit. That allows me to do a better kill, which I messed up already on this guy. So it didn't even matter at all that we line that up. So we're going to have to switch to Bucky over here. And this is the end guy. So after this, time is on once Bucky loses control. And then whoop, we minimize the timer somehow. We had one job, man. How did we do that? And that's it. So I will absolutely take a sub 28 in any kind of marathon showing, yeah. Like all deaths in this game are insane. Like it's really easy to die, and then on top of that too, it costs a lot of time every single time that you die. So I'll 100% take anything that's sub 28. Anything honestly sub 30. So that's Bucky O'Hare, one of my favorite speedruns of all time. If we can do the thing slightly. Oop, we almost banned Bumbledon. I was trying to write in here. I am 50% of everything that we do on this channel. My other 50% is literally Kat Kuniwichi, so go follow her. Without her, I couldn't do any of this stuff. Again, she's always been extremely supportive of everything that I do. And on top of that too, she makes all the overlays and assets and stuff like that for our events. And the other 50% is me. So if you like, obviously, any kind of speedrunning stuff, feel free to follow me. I mean, I feel a lot of people that are already here do, but it's always kind of cool to put yourself in an event like this, because at that point, yeah, it's like, you don't always get to participate, you know? It kind of feels weird sometimes, like, standing on the sidelines all the time, so I do like putting myself for a little bit of time for a run or something like that. And yeah, I'll go set you up. M.O.O.S.E is next. He is doing Contra, Shattered Soldier. And let me go move this over and I'll go get M.O.O.S.E set up. M.O.O.S.E is a cool guy. He was one of the first people that I met on Twitch too, super early on. So it's cool that he joined this one. And that's it for me. So thank you guys for hanging out. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy Contra. But I will switch and set him up in the background. Thanks, Danny.